and welcome to Michael Pepper Tech. Today we are having another kitchen conversation, and I'm going to give you kind of my final opinions of the, LG Velvet up to this point, kind of overall thoughts covering things from cameras to the usage and the dual screen. Let me start off by saying this is a very niche device. I recommend the phone itself. Anybody who's looking for a really good phone, as far as, you don't need a Snapdragon 865 processor or a 120 Hz display. If you're looking for something like a Samsung Galaxy Note.
Here's what I found.
Let's say a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 or Note 20 type of device. Something with a great, large, beautiful display. You can buy a pen and use it with it for $50. So go to your carrier, you can buy it outright for $650. That's half the price. Well, $600 for this plus $50 for the stylus. That's half the price of the Note 20 Ultra. You get basically all the same functionality. LG has done a pretty wonderful job with their UI as far as it looks pretty stock. You have gestures. You have the icons look pretty much like what you would get on a stock Pixel device. It's snappy. As you can see, I'm here on YouTube, and I want to switch over and I'm having a conversation with my buddy Drew here. There we go. Goes right in and out of apps. Nice and quick. Now, let's get to talking about this guy right here. The second display. So who would I recommend that for? Well, if you are someone who multitasks a lot, so let's say you watch YouTube and you need to message people at the same time. You can have Facebook Messenger here, Twitter, Telegram, text messages. Do your thing. Turn it sideways, and you can have, I could be watching something on YouTube up here and messaging somebody else at the bottom. The other thing about that is you can set it down here, use it in kind of a laptop mode. So have like a keyboard down here and what you're talking about up here. So I will show you how that works real quick here. So let's say I am going to be on Twitter having a conversation. I rotate sideways, and at the bottom you have the keyboard, at the top you have your conversation. Now, that's also one of my complaints a little bit. The device itself is already big enough, and then you add about another quarter of an inch to the length of it, and I can just barely reach my thumbs there to type. And it only works with the LG keyboard, and their text prediction is pretty awful. So it's a very niche type of use. I used it, was riding in the car, and somebody wanted me to join their live stream. So I put the live stream up on the one side and had YouTube open on the other side, paused so I could communicate in the chat there and, keep track of and talk and interact that way. If you do a lot of typing, it could be a really good device. But for $200, I can't recommend the second display. Now, if your carrier is going to throw it in there for $100, or if maybe it's $200 to add it on versus you're going to go buy a cheap tablet, I would recommend adding the second display over buying a $200 tablet. Cameras have been fantastic. If you didn't see my video on that, go check out the video that I did about a week ago on that. I will link that down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments. And of course, you can always contact me on Twitter at MichaelPepperTT or at Pepper_live. Also, if you want to see more of my images, you can go find me on Instagram at MichaelPepperPhotography. And this has just been kind of my brief synopsis on using this device. Now, what things I would improve would be battery life. So, the battery that they threw in here to be able to support dual displays just doesn't seem like enough. And then the phone itself is a 5G model, so if you're on 5G, that's going to kill battery. I'm finding that I get maybe 3 or 4 hours of screen on time with the second screen, and maybe another hour, hour and a half beyond that using it just on its own. Anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Michael Pepper from Michael Pepper Tech and Michael Pepper Tech Live. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you, and God bless.